Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. We are doing exercise 20D, right?
Yes,
We have
sir.
completed it.
Exercise 20. And sir, we have completed till question number 13. Maybe we are doing by ourselves, but we haven't done. सब लोग के पास classes होती हैं.
Okay. So that means we have to start with
13.
20E कर रहे हैं हम, right?
Yes, sir.
We have done 13th only. 14th we have
Sir,
to do.
we have done 13. No,
Yes.
sir. Sir,
You have to
13.
do.
Like you have
Do it
said,
and
we have to
do
do
it.
by ourselves.
Now do it in homework now.
Okay, sir.
Question 14 also. 15 also.
Oh, sir.
Okay. 14 and 15. 13 all are of the same type. You will do in homework. We are starting with question 16. Okay. We will be going a little faster.
Okay, sir.
The time left is very, very less, and the syllabus is too much. Question 16. A well of diameter 140 centimeter has a stone parapet around it. So there is a well. And there is a parapet, stone parapet. That means boundary around the well. Okay, so it is looking like two circles having the same center, concentric circles. Okay, so the diameter of the well is 140 centimeters. That means we can say that the radius of the well is, because the diameter is 140, we can say that the radius is 70 centimeters. Okay, now if the length of the outer edge of the parapet is 616 centimeters, that means the circumference of the outer circle, let the diameter of the inner circle be d1 and the radius of the inner circle be r1. So the length of the outer edge of the parapet, that means the circumference of the outer circle c2, is given 616 centimeters. We have to find the width of the parapet. That means we have to find this. Okay, this width we have to find out. Okay, so we have done questions like this before also.
Yes.
In the same exercise. Okay, let us start. So
Sir, I'm not able to hear you.
in this question, we will, to find the width, we know that the width is equals to outer radius minus inner radius. So that means we need the outer radius because the inner radius is already given in the question. We already know R1. R1 is 70. We only need R2. If we somehow find R2, we can easily find the width. So from where we can find R2, everyone? कहाँ
Sir,
से
we
निकाल
get
सकते हैं?
sir from the circumference.
From the circumference of the outer circle, we can find R2. So C2 is equals to 2 pi R2. C2 is given 616. 2 into 22 upon 7 into R2. So simplify this and find R2, all of you. R2 is equal to 616 into 7 upon 2 into 22. So divide 616 by 22. What do you get?
Sir, just a second.
Are we getting 28? We'll get 28.
Yes, sir. Sir, it's 20.
And 28 divided by 2 is 14. So 14. So 14 into 7 is equal to 98 centimeters. This is the radius of the outer circle, R2. Okay. Now the width. As we all know that the width is equal to R2 minus R1. Therefore, width is equals to 98 minus 70. R1 is 70. Okay, R1 is already given. So the width is 28 centimeters.
Sir, 20.
Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Note down the question.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sorry, sir. That time I don't know what happened. Your voice isn't coming, and I got disconnected from the audio also.
Is it coming now?
Yes, sir. Sir, just now only I connected with the audio.
Okay. Okay, let's start with the next question. 17. Have you all done 16?
No, sir.
Beta Sanya, take a screenshot.
Sir, taken. Thank you.
Question number 17. Find the distance covered by the wheel of a bus in 2000 rotations if the diameter of the wheel is 98 centimeters. So there is a wheel of diameter 98 centimeters. Okay. The radius will be 49 centimeters. When we rotate a wheel completely, when one rotation of a wheel is completed, how much distance is covered? The distance covered is equal to the circumference of the wheel. Am I right or not? Suppose if we start from this
Yes.
point and we rotate it completely on the ground, एक बार wheel को ground पे आप चलाएंगे, तो in one complete rotation, the distance covered will be what? Will be equal to the circumference, because if you are rotating the
Circumference.
wheel like this, so one rotation, it will cover the circumference. The distance covered will be equal to circumference. So distance covered in, very simple question, okay? Distance covered in one
Yes.
rotation
Sir, 2
equals
into
to
27. 22 upon 7.
circumference. Very good. Equals to circumference. So 2 into 22 upon 7 into 49. 2 pi r, formula of circumference. So what is the product in this case? 44 into 7,
So 308 centimeters.
308 centimeter, correct. Now we have to find that how much distance will be covered by the wheel in 2000 revolutions, 2000 rotations. In one rotation, 308 centimeters. Now it is a question of unitary method, simple. Okay. So distance covered in 2000 rotations. Distance covered in 2000 rotations is equal to distance covered in one rotation multiplied by 2000. Okay. So 616,000 centimeters, which is also equal to 616 meters, sorry, 6160 meters, because if you divide centimeter by 100, you can get it in meters. And if you divide by 1000 also now, so you will get 6.16 kilometers. Okay, so you can write your answer in any of the units. Got it, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Easy question. The most important concept here, two things are very important in the question. One thing is that the distance covered in one rotation of a wheel is equal to the circumference. I'm telling this again because we are going to use the same concept for the next questions also. So distance covered in one rotation is equal to the circumference, first thing. And the second thing, if we multiply the circumference or the distance covered in one rotation, एक ही बात होती है. If we multiply the distance covered in one rotation by number of rotations, we will get the total distance covered, like we have calculated here. यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया, total distance covered कैसे निकाली? How we have calculated
by
total distance
multiplying.
covered? By multiplying
So
the distance covered in one
Multiplying.
rotation, distance covered in one rotation by
Distance
number
covered
of
in one
so by the
rotations.
number of rotations.
By the number of rotations. Okay, so two concepts we have to remember, and we will be using both the concepts for the next two questions, next three questions.
So so may we try the next question by ourselves?
Better do the question number
Yes, sir,
18
can we
and
do?
do question 18 in homework, because it is exactly same as question 17, so there is nothing new.
Yes, sir, that's why we asked.
So yeah, please do it in homework. So question 19, we will not be, we will be doing it a little at a fast pace.
So why we are doing so much
Only-
fast way?
Only 4 students are there in the meeting. What about the rest of the students?
The 4?
So they
Yes.
are not joining. Well, what can we do? We said to Smriti ma'am yesterday. So Smriti ma'am has said, what can we also do? We can just call and what can do?
Question 19, chalo. The diameter of the wheel of a car is 77 centimeters. Diameter of wheel of a car, 77 centimeter. Again, there is a wheel. The diameter of the wheel is given 77 centimeters. Therefore, we can say that the radius is equal to 77 upon 2 centimeters. Don't write your answer in decimal, let it be in fraction. How many revolution will it make to travel 121 kilometers? So total distance that is to be covered in this question is given. What you have to find out? You have to find out the number of rotations. In the previous question that we did, question 17, in that question, the number of rotations were given. You had to calculate the total distance. Whereas in this question, the total distance is given. You have to find out the number of rotations. So opposite, it is a little opposite to the last question. Okay, so let us now find out the circumference. Radius is given. Let's quickly find out the circumference. What will be the circumference? Circumference will give us the distance covered in one rotation. Okay, so circumference is equal to 2 pi r. radius is 77 upon 2. 11 into 22 is 242 centimeters. Okay, now this is the circumference. That means the distance covered in one rotation. We have already calculated. Now the total distance that is to be covered is given in the question. What is the total distance that is to be covered? It is 121 kilometers.
Kilometer.
Can we say that it is equal to 121,000 meters? And can we say that it is equal to 121,000,000 centimeters? Are you all getting it? How to change kilometer in centimeters?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So total distance is 121, then 5 zeros centimeters. That means 1,21 lakh centimeters. Here, now the number of rotations we have to find out. Okay. So we know that distance covered
Distance covered is 42, so we can
in one rotation
divide.
multiplied by number of rotations.
Sir, is equal to total distance.
Correct. Is equal to total distance covered. Right? Like we used in the last question also. Okay. Distance covered in one rotation multiplied by number of rotations gives you the total distance covered. So here the distance covered in one rotation is the circumference 242. We already know. Number of rotations. Let the number of rotations be x. This is what we have to find out in the question. The number of rotations. Let it be x. Total distance already given in the question 121,000,000. Therefore, x equals to 121,000,000 divided by 242. We get 50,000 rotations. Final answer. So the wheel has to take 50,000 rotations to cover a distance of 121 kilometers. Okay. So if we know what we have learned from these questions, we learned from these questions that if we know the diameter of a
How
wheel
to find the
or radius of the wheel, so we can easily calculate that in how many rotations it will reach at which place. मतलब for example बरेली से मुरादाबाद भेज रहे हैं किसी wheel को मतलब कार को या बस को. So if a wheel is going to Muradabad, from Bareilly to Muradabad, we can find out in how many rotations it will reach Muradabad if we know the distance, total distance, correct? And if we know the radius of the wheel. Okay.
question number 20.
Let's start with next question. Question 20. Done? 19th, all of you?
Yes, sir. Done.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, already done.
Yes.
Question number 20. A bicycle wheel makes 5,000 revolutions in moving 11 kilometers. So, the total distance covered, number of rotations given in the question. How many? 5,000. Distance covered, total distance covered, that is also given. (11 kilometers). Okay, which is equals to 11,000 meters, which is also equal to 110,000 centimeters. This is the total distance covered. We have converted in centimeters. Find the circumference. We can calculate easily, and the diameter of the wheel. Again, we will use the same formula. Distance covered in one rotation of the wheel, distance covered in one rotation multiplied by
Multiply by number of rotation equal to
number of
distance.
rotations equals to total distance. ठीक है, total distance covered. So distance covered in one rotation क्या होता है? What is distance covered in one rotation? कितना distance cover होता है one rotation में? Equal to the circumference. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So circumference into number of rotations given 5000. Total distance covered given 110000. So what is the circumference? We know the circumference now. It is equal to 110000 divided by 5000, which is equal to 220.
So 220.
220 centimeters. So this is the circumference of the wheel. मिल गई circumference. We had to find out the circumference. We have got it. Second thing that we have to find is radius. So use the formula of circumference 2 pi r is equal to 220. So from this equation 2 into 22 upon 7 into r, find out the radius. Please
So
everyone
35.
do the
So
honors
35.
of finding the radius. Radius will be 10 upon 2 5 into 7 35. Correct. 35 centimeters. Very good. Do the solving yourself. Do the solution yourself. Okay.
So do we have to find the diameter also?
We have to find the diameter also in this question. So just double the radius. Find the
So
diameter.
70.
Diameter is equal
So
to 2 into
70.
35. That is 70 centimeters. Correct. Okay. Fine, all of you.
Yes.
Can we start with question number 21?
Yes.
So we will start doing question number 21.
Yes.
So question number 21 we have to do by ourselves or you will do?
I will explain. It is a new type of question. Something new is
So
there.
half of
Not
the
something,
answer is
everything is new
given.
in the question. Yes, sorry.
So the answer is given in hint only. So just we have
Yes,
to add it.
sir. So 1056 only.
So don't look at the hints. Hints, we should not take help from the hints which are given in the book. Okay. Don't ever look into the hints. If you know the concept, do it yourself. Or if you don't know the concept, then I am there to help you. Don't look at the hints, because if you look at the hints, you gain only some amount of knowledge, which is very dangerous. Having little knowledge is very dangerous. Either you have no knowledge or you have all the knowledge. Having little knowledge is very dangerous. Okay. You don't gain anything if you look at the hint. Okay, this is what my point is. So the hour and minute hands of a clock are 4.2 centimeters and 7 centimeters. We know that in a clock there are two types of hands. Although there are three, we don't consider the hand which is for seconds. उसको नहीं consider करते हैं. So mainly there are two hands. One is the hour hand and one is the minute hand. Hour hand is the shorter one and minute hand is the longer one. Okay. So here the radius of both, sorry, the length of the minute hand and the hour hand are given. The minute hand is obviously it has more length, 7 centimeter, and the hour hand is having 4.2 centimeters length. Find the sum of the distance covered by the tips of both the hands in one day. Sum of the Find the sum of the distances covered by their tips in one day. What is the meaning of tip of a minute hand or a hour hand? Suppose this is your minute hand of a clock. This point, suppose this is point A, the center, and this is point B. Point B is the tip of the minute hand. Okay. So when the minute hand rotates, it completes a circle. The tip of the
Yes,
minute
sir.
hand can complete a circle. In how much time? It will cover the whole circle in 60 minutes, 1 hour.
Sir,
Do you know in one hour the minute hand completes one circle? Do you
yes,
know
sir.
this? So in one day it will cover 24 circles. 24 times it will complete the rotation. Am I right? Because in 1 hour it rotates one time. So in 24 hours it will rotate 24 times. Okay. So that means it will make 24 circles, the tip of the minute hand. So how will you find out the distance covered by the tip of the minute hand? What is the distance covered by the tip of the minute hand in one rotation? It is equal to
Sir,
the
is equal
circumference
to
of the
the
circle.
circumference.
Absolutely right. It will be equal to the circumference of the circle that is forming. Can you see there is a circle being made here by the tip? What is the length of the minute hand? It is 7 centimeters. Okay. So distance covered by tip of minute hand in one day. In one day there are 24 hours. So that means 24 circles will be made. And in one rotation, how much distance is covered? Equal to circumference. So that means you will multiply by 24. Circumference multiplied by 24. Am I right or not? Everyone, are you all getting the point? Distance covered by the tip in one day. Find out the
Yes, sir.
circumference and multiply by 24. Very simple. You got the distance covered by the tip in one day. 24 into 2 pi r. 2 into 22 upon 7 into r. Radius is 7. Why radius is 7? Because the length of the minute hand is 7 centimeters. Therefore, the radius of the circle is 7 centimeters. Am I right?
Yeah.
So, here we can cancel out 7 and 7. Now, you multiply 24 into 48 into 22. 22, 48. 48 into 22, 96. 48 into 2, 96 plus 9, 105. 1056 centimeters is the distance covered by the tip of the minute hand. Similarly, for the hour hand is the shorter one. The length is given 4.2 centimeters. Now, again, in the same manner, the hour hand will, in one complete rotation, the distance covered will be equal to the circumference. But how many times the hour hand complete the whole circle in one day? एक दिन में hour hand कितनी बार दो मतलब कितनी बार complete करता है circle को?
Sir,
Hour hand only 2 times. Do you know this? Hour hand completes one circle in 12 hours. Have you ever noticed?
Yes, sir.
The hour hand
Yes, sir,
completes
sir.
one circle in 12 hours.
One circle in 12 hours and two circles in like 24.
Very good. So that means for the hour hand, we will multiply the circumference by 2. Okay. So in the same way, find out the distance covered by tip of our hand in one day will be equal to 2 multiplied by circumference. Okay, so 2 into 2 pi r. Radius in this case is 4.2. Okay, so remove the decimal, divide by 10. Now there will be 6. 2 into 2 pi r, that means 88 into 6. What is 88 into 6? 6 8 is 48. 48 plus 4, 52. 52.8, 52.8 centimeters. Now we can easily find out the total distance covered by both the tips. Total distance covered equals to 1056 plus 52.8. You get 1108.8 centimeters. Am I right? Please check the calculation. I am doing all this orally, so there could be some error also. Please check it.
Sir, it is correct.
No, sir.
So can we move on to the next exercise now? Done, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Have you all
Yes, sir,
understood
done.
the
We
whole
can now
question?
hatao this.
Okay.
Yes,
Have you all
sir.
understood the whole question?
Yes, sir, understood.
Yes, sir, nicely.
Very good.
So my face is looking fully orange.
So now we already in the next exercise we will be using the concept of area of circle, which we have already written formulae and all. Again, one more time, I'm writing the area of a circle. Area of a circle is pi r square. We already know what is pi now. What do you mean by
Yes.
r square? R square means r multiplied by r. 2 times you have to multiply r.
Yes, sir.
So easy formula to find the area. And do you know what is
So
area?
double
We
of
have
R
already
is
done.
diameter, so why we are not writing
So
that?
Area
pi
means
into diameter.
the region that is inside the circle. Okay, so this is area. The unit of area is centimeter square or kilometer square or meter square or centimeter or hectometer square or whatever. Okay. Yes, any doubt in this? Do you have a
So
doubt?
like
No, sir.
the R square.
R square. The square is only on
Sir, if it
radius.
is R square, so double of R,
Let
radius
me
is
give you. Don't worry,
diameter,
don't
so
worry.
why we are
Suppose
not
if the
writing?
radius is 7. Suppose if the radius is 7. So how will you find area? Area will be equals to 22 upon 7 into 7 into 7. Just write radius 2 times. Simple. You already know this. You have done this in exponents. So just r square means 7 into 7. 2 times. Now you simplify. 7 7 gone. 22 into 7 154. Congratulations. Okay. So this is the formula of area that we will be using in the next exercise. The next exercise is exercise 20F. Right? 20F now. First question of exercise 20F. Question number 1. We will be using the value of pi as 22 upon 7 in all the question, unless it is given that you have to use something else. So in the first part of question 1, the radius is given 21 centimeters. We have to find the area of the circle. Use the formula of area of a circle, pi r square. In all the questions, you will write the formula. It is compulsory to write the formula. Pi is 22 upon 7. R square means Radius multiplied by radius, 21 into 21. Now simplify. What is the product? 63 into 22. 63, right? 22 into 3 is 66, and 132 plus 6, 138. Is it 1386 centimeters square? Please check it. I have done it orally.
Sir, now this is last exercise 20F, and now G1 is MCQs. So finally this chapter is going to complete.
It has been almost maybe
Yes, sir.
more than 20 days, 25 days. Very, very, very lengthy chapter. Equal to 5 chapters
Yes, sir.
alone. Like I told you earlier also.
And so
The
firstly,
chapter
I don't know, you
menstruation is
are
in
saying
itself.
it is the shortest chapter.
Okay. So all of you do the first part of question 2 yourself. Everyone, try it. First part of question 2. The diameter is given. Find out the radius with the help of diameter and then find the area. Question 2, first part. Diameter of the circle is given. Find the radius first and then find the area.
Sir, in the second part or in second question?
First part of question 2. Do the first part of question 2.
Sir, 88 centimeters square.
8.
No, sir.